Hey everyone, this is Chrissy with RuckusRoots. We're a Los Angeles-based nonprofit organization, and here on our YouTube channel, it's our mission to show you how to create for a cause.
Hello out there in Screenland. I am Jamia, an artist and art teacher. So I'm so excited to be here with you in Arts Garage LA for the Roots of Reuse, in which we talk about using recyclable materials and waste type materials to make cool art projects. Okay, this is episode 1, and I'm gonna show you how to make Plarn, plastic bag yarn, which you can do so much fun stuff with. You can crochet with it, you can do macrame, you can weave, knit, finger knit. There's trashing. Plastic bags are everywhere. They're all over the place. I think the average American family takes home 1,500 plastic bags a year. That's crazy. Think of all the waste there is in the world. We can do our small part to try to minimize the amount of waste that we put out by using these kinds of materials in our artwork and doing things like upcycling, taking recyclable materials and building them up into something that you can use or something beautiful. So that's kind of what we're going to be talking about here today, and I'm going to start by making Plarn with you, and you're going to be able to incorporate that Plarn into other projects. To make Plarn, you need plastic bags and a scissors, and that's really it. But if you want, you can also use a rotary cutter, and in that case, you need a cutting mat, and sometimes I use a ruler. Okay, I'm gonna show you how to make 2 types of Plarn. One works really well with those like thinner plastic bags. So this is the kind of bag I make these loops with. And the first thing I do is I kind of try to maneuver the shape of the bag. See how it's kind of rectangular on the bottom? So I kind of will pull at it to get it like nice and flat and into that shape. And then I fold it this way, kind of press the air out of it, fold it again. And then you take scissors and cut off the bottom of the bag. And then you just cut these 1-inch segments, about 1 inch. I just kind of judge with my eyes. But these are essentially loops. So then what you do for this type of Plarn is you take 2 loops, you put one inside the other like a T, and then you basically pass the end of this loop to this hand. So I pass it over, grab it through the loop, and then grab down here, this loop, and I pull at the same time. And it creates this little knot. So I'm gonna do that again. So I'm gonna take my next loop, put it inside like a T, pass this one over to this one, and pull. So once you've compiled all of these separate loops into one long chain of Plarn, I like to roll it up into a ball. So I kind of go around my fingers, my piece fingers, not too tight so I can slide it off. Then I wrap it around the other way, and I kind of keep turning this ball. So then there's another type that I want to show you, and it works well, I find, for this type of bag, which you often can get when you go to stores. It's a little thicker. So same thing, kind of make that shape. And for this method, I'll use the rotary cutter. I'll show you how that goes. Maybe I'll just fold that in half once since I'm going to use the rotary cutter. So then I put a little weight on it and I cut, same thing, cut these loops. So now this is a good method for also fabric strips, which I will often use in my work. So for this one, I'm going to cut the loop. I'm going to cut another loop and I'm going to hold these alongside each other and just kind of fold the ends. Fold it, and then I'm just going to cut a little slit in the middle. And then what I want to do is I want to take this strip, this end, and I want to put it behind the other one so that it's almost like someone once told me this is like a snake and it's eating its own tail or something like that. But you go through, push it in, and pull, and it will latch on. It's a really cool method. And I think this is a good one for the thick bags. So I'll do it again. Put the two ends together, fold, cut. See, now I have the two slits. So I'm going to take, this is the short end, because now this has two on it. So I'm going to take that short end and just whatever you do, just put it on the opposite side. So opposite side, push it through, and there you have that. 2 ways of making Plarn. So after you make a ball of Plarn, there's so much you can do with it. Give me a P. L-A-R-N. I'm going to show you how to make a pom-pom using just cardboard because I want to make sure that you have things already at home to make these and you don't need to go and buy anything. So have the size that you want, like about that. So my pom-pom will be about whatever size this piece of cardboard is, and just simply wrap the Plarn around the middle. And you do need actually one more thing. You need a piece of string or yarn for this. But I keep winding and wrapping until it gets pretty thick. And then I cut it, and I can also incorporate other colors at this point. That's the beauty of it. Plastic bags come in all these different beautiful colors, and once you're aware of that you're going to be making art with these kinds of materials, your eye begins to notice those things when you're out in the world. So I'm gonna slide this off gently. I didn't put it on too tight, so I can do that. But if I wrapped it super tight, I wouldn't be able to do that. So here is some yarn. I'm going to kind of lay this over the yarn, and you do need to know how to tie for this part. So I like to tell my students, you make an X, put your fingers at the middle, put the one string behind and underneath it, pull super tight as you can. And then if you have a friend nearby, you could have them put their finger down there and hold it while you do a double knot. That's pretty important. You want to double knot it as tight as you can. And then you have these loops, and you stick your scissors in and you cut. That's pretty good. And then I can kind of fluff it out. I could give it a little haircut if I want. I like to leave the string kind of longer, so then I have this handle or hanger that can be used for connecting pom-poms to different things. But that's basically it for making pom-poms using cardboard. Thank you so much for joining me, Jamia, for the first episode of the Roots of Reuse, where we made Plarn and pom-poms. It was so much fun!